Here I am with the Crown of Thorns reflections on existential anxiety or frustration and suffering. What purpose, what sense has suffering? And today is the 47th Gene Key day. We're on transit. And the mudra and the lesson of the Gene Key is the Crown of Thorns. And as you know, Jordan Peterson talks about life is suffering. And there's deep wisdom on that. It also has to do with carrying your responsibility, your cross, your crown of thorns. The ego will try to escape desperately from suffering. And I was reading Viktor Frankl, the creator of logotherapy, or the inquirer on logotherapy, from his survival on the concentration camp in the Second World War, where there was no lack of suffering there. Even the strongest cried like a little child in despair, and how he could endure these thorns that attach to us, and how he could endure the suffering that apparently is necessary for our existence. And we develop some neurosis trying to escape from suffering. There's no escape from pain, maybe from suffering, but most of the neurosis is generated by thinking that life is about well-being, that life is about pleasure. That's a source foundation of neurosis and miserable lives. No, meaning, sense is something that will fulfill us. And as Nietzsche says, when there's a why, there's always a way of overcoming any suffering. So yes, this is a reflection on balm, a relief I get when I think of the internal tension and the stress, anxiety of my life issues or preoccupations that I may have, or the world. And when I listen to Jordan Peterson say life is suffering, sometimes I say, okay, I am living life, I am doing a good job, I am handling and embodying the suffering. So suddenly comes a relief and a sense of peace. And I believe that's what Viktor Frankl also supports there. And when we are embodying this suffering, we are living life, and that relieves me, That's not to go into masochism. This relief when we stop escaping from it and carry our crosses, and wear our crown of thorns, knowing that yes, it may be painful, but it makes sacredness. And that's the reflection on the 47 Gene Key that I want to share today. Pain is sacred. It brings meaning. If we suffer from something, it has to have meaning, and that makes our lives sacred, and the beauty of it. So even Richard Rudd is scared of saying this lesson. It's like, that sounds strong to say life is suffering or pain is sacred. Yes, there's something in there. There's this pressure that transmutes us, puts the internal tension that transforms the carbon into a diamond. So, yes, and that's what we value. Okay, beauty comes back, the beauty of life, sending to you. I hope this serves you as a relief as well as it works for me when I remember these words and I can transmute the pain in whatever situation I am.